Hello, my name's Raham, and my dad's name is Faraj. And the thing we love most in life is chickens. So much that we want people to call us Abu Dajjaj, father of the chickens. We love chickens so much that we made 3 farms. One day, I was going back to our house and my uncle said to my father that the Israeli army had hit bombs on our farms and planted one of them to the ground. My father went running to the farm. Our losses were 3,000 chickens and our bags of feed. The army took all our bags and made them into bunkers instead of using sandbags. We weren't upset at the financial losses. We expected them to bomb us or the farms at any time because the Israeli rockets didn't differentiate between Fatah and Hamas and Gaza and an immigrant. But we were very upset for our chickens. What was their fault? And what did they have to do with the war?
Yesterday I was sitting in school and I heard the sound of planes. I got really scared. I wanted to run from school. I felt I was going to die because I remembered the war. The scenes of war won't leave my mind. I remember when I was small, how I was always laughing. And I want to go back to being small and stay small. I don't want to grow up.
Macaroni, mujadara, cans and noodles of all shapes and colors, made in Morocco, China, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Somalia, and the date of expiry doesn't matter. In the war, a lot of streets were filled with empty cans. A lot of the kids wounded their legs on the empty cans. The occupation was leading our war on us, on earth and sky, and we had declared a vicious war on food. We used to eat 100 times a day. From whenever we got up 6 in the morning till the next day, 6 in the morning, we'd be eating. I thought, only our house was like that. But when I asked, they told me all Gaza went crazy on food. I thought the state of war and scenes of martyrs and destruction would close the appetite to food. But it seems like a state of fear, horror, and worry makes people more hungry. And they eat more.
Okay, when I grow up, I want to be a journalist, a lawyer, or a prime minister. A journalist so I could photograph the beauty and simplicity in Gaza, because I love it. I love its salt, sand, and air, and I can't imagine living anywhere else. A lawyer so that I could defend all the deprived and mistreated in the city, because I don't like seeing anyone suffer in it. And I wish to be a prime minister so that I could force law and order in the city, because that's where the solution begins.
Gaza's like the plane, carrying people and traveling towards the unknown, landing neither in heaven nor in hell. No one knows when it will land, and people may stay suspended like that for twice my lifetime. Everything's the same here. There's nothing new. The simplest thing is that dreams and wishes are hard to make true in Gaza, especially if they're like mine, to be an artist, singing, acting, and playing music. In Gaza, the only music is that of death and dancing on wounds.
I feel like running in the streets till my headscarf flies in the sky, and I fly after it.
I'll never forget my brother. All the neighborhood kids loved him. He was calmer than a breeze. He would take his pocket money from my father and give it to me. Everyone loved him. His friends came and went with him to school. They went off running like butterflies, soaring off the ground, like the world was created for them. The Israeli planes were in the air. The sound of the helicopter was like a monster waiting to pounce on its prey. A car of wanted men was driving down along Yarmouk Street, and the butterflies were near the car. butterfly does not know that this car is the fire that will burn it. A rocket fell on the car. My brother Tarek flew 5 meters in the air. He flew higher than the car and came down walking. Nothing was the matter with him. The ambulances came and took the corpses. People told him to get into the ambulance, but he told them, nothing is the matter with me. And he kept going to school. 100 meters later, he put his hand on his heart and fell down a martyr. Since my brother was martyred, I got used to sleeping in the bed alone. We used to sleep one on top of the other, legs on top of heads. But today, I have a bed by myself.
You know, I live in Gaza today like it's Paris.
I see all the pain and sadness, the anger and the tragedies in it.
It causes like the phoenix that keeps rising from the ashes after its death and soaring in the skies. That's Gaza.
Every time the world thinks that it's finished, weakened, dead, it keeps getting up again after all the hits, stronger and more determined than before.
That's what I love about Gaza.
And I'll keep living in it.
In Gaza and with Gaza.
I'll fulfill my dreams.
Thank you so much. That was amazing, wonderful performance.